On today's episode of On the Couch, we discuss how private your part should be. Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of On the Couch. I'm your host, Eric Bone, and we're back. We're back, baby, after months of not doing this. We're back for another anticlimactic, disappointing episode of On the Couch. But, a little bit of house cleaning real quick. We're going to be doing a bunch of new segments today. The format of the show is going to change. And we're bringing back cussing. Cussing is now allowed on the show. Before, we would edit the cuss words out. But then I realized that requires more editing. And we're not paying anyone here to really do that. So, fuck.
Excuse me!
Anyway, we are going to get started, as per usual, with my favorite way to start the show. The only thing that has been consistent, the only part of this show that I continue to do, and that's reading your Twitter submissions. And today's Twitter submission is brought to you by... So what if give me a minute to get the notes. I don't have the notes in front of me. Let me just get the notes. Okay, here we go. Today's Twitter submission is brought to you by Man Buns Hun. And Man Buns Hun writes, "Hey, you soft-sacked spit swindler. Are you a top or bottom kind of guy?" Okay. Man Buns Hun, I know what you're asking me here, okay? Very clear. And for those of you at home that don't know what he's talking about, he's asking if I like my burger bun toppings on top of the patty or underneath the patty. Now, you may have noticed that, you go to different fast food places or, upper gourmet burger places, whatever, or casual dining, I don't know what the word is. But anyway, sometimes you'll get the lettuce, tomatoes, and whatever it is you get on your fucking burgers underneath the patty, and then sometimes you'll get that shit on the top, like you would at Burger King or, how the fuck does Carl's Jr. do it? Shit, how does Wendy's do it? Anyway, doesn't even matter. So, Man Buns Hun wants to know, how do I like it? How do I prefer my burger? Well, as you might see this being a theme later on in the episode, but I'm a bit of a traditionalist, okay? Old-fashioned kind of guy. I've been described as a scoop of vanilla ice cream with a snowball on top. Boring. So my toppings, on top, baby. On the top. Now, I get the argument of having the toppings on the bottom. You're paying for the burger. You want to showcase the patty of what you're getting. I completely understand that. And one would argue that even if you have the exact same ingredients on the burger, the flavor profile might be completely changed by, which ingredients hit the palate first. But I don't know. Those are the kind of things that keep me up at night. But thanks for writing in, Man Buns Hun. If you folks have a question or anything that you want to ask, want to get it on the show, all you gotta do is go to Twitter at _NSOT_. And do that. And then also, since you're doing stuff like that, follow Nothing Short of Tragic on Instagram. They do a bunch of stuff there. That's a shameless plug that I just did. Would you have any other plugs? Well, I'm not going to tell you to go to the YouTube channel because you're on the YouTube channel now watching this. Alright, we're all caught up. Guess that's all the housekeeping for the day. Now, let's get on to our first brand new segment. Now, this segment is actually a two-part segment, okay? So, the first part is called Girls Fail. Okay, now before you jump down my neck, let me tell you that this is going to be a very equal thing, because we starting with Girls Fail, but then obviously you can guess what the next segment is going to be. It's Boys Win or Men's Win. One of those two. Haven't decided yet. Probably man wins. That sounds funny. Anyway, let's start with a girl fail. Roll the clip, baby.
You can go make some food. My taquitos. Oh.
Oh, my cheerleader's back. Okay. Well, yeah, that's what you get, I guess, for that. That's happened to me before. I can't really talk shit because that has absolutely happened to me. And I'm not just talking about the headphone thing. I'm talking about the food thing. I'm talking about remembering that you had the food thing. It's been there. But you know what? Hey, sometimes we can be absent-minded individuals. And if you are, you know, a gamer of some sort, you're probably invested emotionally, you know, intellectually. All your senses are honed in on pawning noobs, I believe is what they say. I don't really know. Okay, let's get to the second part. The man wins. Let's check out the clip of a man win.
Getting that to you? I'll get you, bitch. Get on the ground.
Oh, well, yeah, that's, damn. I don't know how we did that, but savage. I don't know if I would count that as a win, but I'll tell you one thing. That is one suave, super cool guy. I can't believe he got away with that. That is dope. Oh, man, I'm gonna get you, bitch.
I'll get you, bitch.
Okay, enough of this. Enough of this bullshit. Let's go on to a new segment. Okay, I've been waiting for this segment. I've been wanting to get, this is a brand new segment. This segment is called
This Motherfucker Right Here.
This Motherfucker Right Here. This Motherfucker Right Here. That's the name of this segment. And we're gonna talk about this motherfucker right here on Facebook. But let me give you a little bit of context so you know what we're getting into. So, a friend of mine messages me in you know, my private messages. He sends me an image of a political joke. Now, the person who sent it to me sent me this image, and the image was right leaning. So it was a joke at the expense of Democrats. Now, regardless of what my personal political belief may be, objectively, I looked at this image and thought it was pretty funny. And it could have been, you know, if it was written, you know, at the cost of Republicans, I would have found it just as funny. The context of what it was, absolutely hilarious. But anyway, this particular image was very right-leaning, like I'm saying. So I happen to be in a Facebook group of individuals that are, for the most part, very, very right-leaning, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is the perfect place to post this. Okay, so this Facebook group is a group of people that are trying to troll one person to deleting their Facebook account. So it's already that kind of humor. So I mean, this is a perfect place to put it. And I deposit that bad boy right there on that sexy wall. Now, not long after I make this post, a comment. Why are your last 3 posts here about dudes' butts? Oh, well, goodness. First, I don't know if he's telling the truth. I can't dispute it. I cannot refute this evidence. I mean, it may very well be that the last 3 posts may have involved something about dudes' butts. Now, I will tell you this, though. That a lot of the humor that I post and stuff like that is always very self-deprecation, so I'm never insulting anyone else when I make these posts. These are all aimed towards me. But anyway, are the last 3 posts about dudes' butts? Maybe. I don't know. It could be. To which I respond, why are you counting? Okay? Simple question. Why are you counting? Now, the first post that this gentleman made could be considered an attack, maybe a little offhand, just a little baby jab, just a little pepper, you know what I mean? In a sea of salt. And I'm like, okay, so I don't necessarily come back. I'm just saying, hey, well, why are you counting? You know, it's irrelevant, you know, what the context of the last few jokes is. But you know, hey. Then he responds, Blank told me he'd delete his Facebook if you did. You know what you have to do. Need to delete my account, he said. Now, mind you, like I said before, this Facebook group is about trolling one particular person to deleting their Facebook account. And so he's saying that I should delete my account now. Whoa, hold on a second. I have not attacked you in any way, and I would say that's, 2 jabs at your boy here. 2. Dose. You know what I mean? Dose. And I say, okay. Now, I make a decision here. That it's time to retort a little bit more aggressively. Now, I'm thinking in my head, my ground rules, my barriers, what lines I don't want to cross, and what lines I might be willing to cross. And I came to the conclusion, I was like, well, if this is going to be an online thing, we might as well just be extra childish, go the extra mile. And I can't help but shout out to one of my favorite movies, White Chicks. And I'm gonna bring a mother into this immediately with my first actual response. To which I say, well, I can't delete my account. Your mom and I use Messenger to talk all the time. Now, let me just say that I'm not implying that we're having any inappropriate conversations. I'm not saying that I'm having an inappropriate relationship with this person's mother, but I'm just bringing her into the circle so he realizes that maybe, hey, whoa, maybe I was pushing this guy and all of a sudden he's coming back. Hold on, maybe I've been coming off a little strong. Maybe this was all just miscommunication. You know what I mean? But that's not what happens next, folks. Let's get to what happens next. He responds, "Aw, that's sweet. She's a lovely lady. Are you a former student of hers? She taught mentally handicapped children for years at blank high school."
I'm retarded?
That's pretty good. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you played off the fact that I had a very open Facebook Messenger relationship, and you worked in. I like that. That was a very good move. You worked in your joke, which was, that she was a teacher at high school that taught a certain type of student. And well, hey, is that how you know her? Were you one of her students? To which I say, I was, but got kicked out for sleeping with all of my teachers.
Hey, let's calm it down.
How does that make you feel?
Fuck out of here with that, boy. And that was an end thread, okay? End thread. That's it. That's it. What can you say to that? You can't say nothing. That was a checkmate. That was the end of the game. Backslash, end thread. Boom, done. And you know what? This motherfucker right here, this did not need to happen. What was the point of that? You know what I mean? Something had nothing to do with you. Just an image that I posted up. You don't even have to say anything, but you attack a man out of nowhere for nothing. And you realize you're just a baby little gutless fish in an internet sea of sharks. Love you, baby. Anyway, enough of that. Let's move on to our next segment here. Let me pull up these notes. Let me see where we're at here. Okay, you know what? Yes, it's about time. Brand new segment. Another segment that I think, I always say that I'm always gonna do these, but this next segment, I actually am really serious about keeping and doing on a regular basis. Let's go. Switch the mood here. We're going to a positive message. We're doing the positive message of the episode, and it's brought to you by DJ Smiles. Let's check out this message.
Hello, all you couch Landians? Loungers. I'm gonna go with that one. Hope everybody's having a most wonderful day. Morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be in the world. I've been asked to spread a bit of positivity across the internet today, so here's my shot at it. I know some of us are probably going through a pretty rough time right now, and it's completely understandable, but it also happens. Life has its ups and downs, has its ebb and flows. It's up to us to take some things with a grain of salt, take some things into account, but keep focus of what we're trying to accomplish and keep pushing toward it. Kind of reminds me of a famous quote. Without taste of vinegar, would you truly know how sweet honey was? It was said by the most famous philosopher, I'm sure. But point being, without the trials and tribulations of life, how great would our victories honestly be? So, appreciate things. All the ups and all the downs. There's a balance to it. But keep pushing, keep focused, and one day your future self will definitely be able to look back on this and probably laugh. All the way to the bank, maybe. Hell, you could probably even use this as, I don't know, motivation for somebody else who's having a rough time. Let's lean on each other. Positivity begets positivity. Hey, turn bad things into a good. You got this. I believe in you. All the faith in the world. And one day, I know I'm gonna see you shine in the future. Absolutely crushing life. So keep on keeping on.
Come on now, what a motherfucking sweetheart. If you like good music and you know what Twitch is, head over to Twitch. Look up DJ Smiles. He does live streams. Always posting good content on there. Great music. If you are a musician, by the way, he'll do collaborations with you. Fantastic human being. Hopefully we'll get more messages from him in the future. So yeah, there it is. Positivity. You know what I mean? We're bringing it back around. We got a little dark for a minute, but now we're bringing it back around. To our next segment, a PSA, ladies and gentlemen, a PSA about banned FB groups. Since we're talking Facebook, let's stay here for a little bit. Okay, let me give you guys a little message out there. If you are in a band and you join a Facebook group with only other bands, you're not gonna get likes on your post. Bands don't support other bands. You know what I mean? There's this mentality that networking, that growing your fan base is joining these kind of FB groups. But it's not fucking doing anything. Every single person in this goddamn group is only out for themselves, and they're growing. And they'll post, oh look, here's my new music video. Hey, we just released this track, bup. No one in there is there for that. Nobody is there for that. You know what I mean? You might get a couple of likes from the moderators, the promo person you're talking to, maybe the host of the podcast before the episode actually goes up, or maybe a couple days afterwards, just because you've built that close relationship. But it is a fucking elephant graveyard of nothingness. Don't waste. I mean, I'm not gonna say don't waste your time there, because at the end of the day, musicians should collaborate, coordinate, talk to each other, have a community. You need that kind of shit. But what that is, with that attempted incestual fucking feeding of content there, nobody wants that. A bunch of dudes circle jerking, not even aiming at the fucking bread, and no one's gonna eat the bread, and no one's even looking at each other. It's just a fucking wet noodle factory. You know what I mean? But that's it. That's all I gotta say about that. Fucking Facebook groups. Okay, moving on to our next segment. This is a brand new segment. This is a brand new segment called Fuck You, Abby. Or maybe, fuck you, Abby. Or maybe no, how about Fuck You, Abby. Yeah, I like that one. Alright, anyway, this is called Fuck You, Abby. Let me read something to you. Dear Abby, I recently met a man, and I have fallen in love with him. He says he feels the same way and tells me often that I treat him better than anybody ever has. Unfortunately, when the time came to move our relationship to an intimate level, I found my attraction to him was one-sided. When I asked him why, he said he did not find me desirable because of my weight. He also mentioned that in the past he had always dated Barbie dolls who did him wrong, so he decided to look for something different. And that's when he found me. Okay, I want to discuss this. I want to discuss this because Abby's response, I don't think I agree with. Let me read her response. Let me read her response. So Abby writes, "Dear One-Sided, this man may love your many attributes, intelligence, honesty, sense of humor, etc., but he is not in love. If you want a romantic relationship, you need to find someone who values you for yourself, inside and out. Give him marks for honesty and send him back to his Barbie dolls because you deserve better, and he deserves more of the same." Okay, Abby. Okay. Let me get some things out of the way first before I dissect the controversial part about this. The part I want to talk about, the controversial part. But before I do that, let me just set something aside here. So this doesn't seem like a healthy relationship. I think we can all agree on that, okay? If one wanted to nitpick and with a scalpel really, read into some shit, I would admit that at the part where they're like, so he decided to look for something different, and that's when he found me. He used to date Barbie dolls, but then he decided, like this guy's telling this girl, like, oh yeah, I used to date fucking dimes. My last girlfriend, blonde dime. Before that, another fucking dime. Before that, I was dating a 9.5. But you know what? It got all weird, and now I'm here with you. I'm happy with my 7. You know what I mean? I think dating a 7 is one of the best relationships I've ever had. No one has ever treated me this good. Used to date 10s, but now I'm dating a 7, and I really like what we have here. That's fucked up. Okay, that is a fucked up thing to say to your partner. I get that. So, we acknowledge that's there. Now let's put that aside. Obviously, there's more to this onion that needs to be explored, but there's only one motherfucking part that I want to discuss, and this is a controversial part. This right here. All right, let's dissect what Abby is saying here. This man may love your many attributes, intelligence, honesty, sense of humor, but he is not in love. You want a romantic relationship, you need to find someone who values you for yourself inside and out. Okay, so you've got this guy here who, according to Abby, loves her intelligence, her honesty, her, all these, loves a lot of good things about her, but does not find her physically attractive. Isn't physically aroused by this person who has his heart. So clearly, this young lady who said that she loves him is not willing to make changes, healthy lifestyle changes, to make herself more attractive to her partner. You hear about this a lot in relationships. People start dating, and then one partner starts gaining weight. All right, okay. You hear about that. You hear about that in marriages. You know what I mean? It might start strong, but eventually, everyone gets comfortable, and I get it. And there are obviously exceptions to the rules, and one person shouldn't impose one lifestyle on another. If one person is a complete fitness freak, they should not impose that lifestyle and that passion on their partner, because that's unfair. There are ways they can meet in the middle if they're both, interested in each other's, interests. But for the most part, you have to make a decision here about your own physical appearance. Okay? Because put yourself in the other shoes. You meet someone, they take your heart. Brilliant person. You guys connect on every single level. You really feel like this is your best friend and soulmate. Someone from a past life where it feels good. But they don't take care of themselves. that's, you can have a person's mind and their heart, but, biologically, we have some autonomous features that, for the most part, we don't really have a say in the matter. We don't necessarily control who we're physically attracted to. We don't pick. We might be able to do some math in our heads and be like, oh, perfect girl for me does with this and that, blah blah blah. But then you meet someone who does not fit that profile, and they're just the most beautiful creature in the entire world. You see them through rose-tinted glasses, so you don't know who you're gonna like. But if you're single and you don't want to be, then you need to present yourself to the market in a good way. You obviously be confident and comfortable with yourself. You don't have to, necessarily change, but think that people are able to get a value more or less what they're offering out there. So this young lady knows that the person that she loves and that may love her is not attracted to her because of the way her body looks, and he has expressed that. He has told her that, clearly, because she's writing it in this, so she knows that he doesn't find her attractive. So is it her responsibility to start taking care of her weight? You know what I mean? To start losing some weight. And Abby believes that no, it's not her responsibility. She needs to go find someone that will appreciate her for the way she looks right now. Okay, so you can throw away this guy who may love her intelligence, honesty, sense of humor, and appreciates her and may do things for her. Who knows? That's not listed in this letter. But because he doesn't find unhealthy you attractive, you gonna toss him to the curb? Listen to this. Listen to this condescending motherfucking Abby right here. Give him marks for honesty and send him back to his Barbie dolls because you deserve better and he deserves more of the same. Motherfucker, you don't think she deserves more of the same as well? You don't think that goes both ways? If she doesn't want to take care of herself, then she deserves to be with someone who doesn't take care of themselves? Is more of the same? Is that really the fucking rule here? Abby, fuck you. Abby, god damn it. Okay, so just to reiterate, and just wrap this motherfucker up. Is it the responsibility of a person to take care of themselves for their partner? No, I wouldn't say it's not their responsibility, but selflessness is one of the important things in a relationship that makes it successful. So
fuck you to all you 13, 14, and 15-year-old fucking little kids who are telling me I need to fucking lose weight and fucking telling me I'm a fucking idiot on my fucking videos. Fuck you!
If you want to do something for your partner, maybe you don't have to get him a gift. Maybe you can be the gift. Maintenance on the fucking car is the gift. You don't have to get him a new car. You don't have to, I don't know any analogies that would, be in line with that, but whatever. Love is blind, but your private parts have 20/20 vision. Tune in next time for when I do this again, which months from now. Dope, we're done.